I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to cut through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. 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 Running from the truth was getting reckless. In your arms I never felt protected. Oh. 'Cause you don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh. No looking back this time. 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 No looking back this time.
Evening. I hope you're all well. Moved the show from 9 to 11. Made it a little bit later. There was a lot of stuff that was going on. Obviously, there was football matches that had happened, and there was other football shows that were on. So moved it so I didn't interfere with other people's shows. Just waiting for a couple more people to drop in. I don't know why the algorithm's really not kicking out my show much anymore, because I don't seem to be getting a huge amount of views, which is really interesting. And I don't really know why that's happened. Anyway, I hope you're all well. Wanted to pick up on a couple of football updates. There's obviously been some interesting news around some of our players. We've obviously got the new kit launch, which is absolutely fabulous and looks amazing. And I can't wait to spend all my money. Like, I didn't spend all my money on the other stuff. Now I've got more stuff to spend it on in the green kit, which looks really, really cool. And so does all the other merch as well, the training merch and the fashion stuff. All looks really, really good. So there's like 27 unit. I don't know how long I want to hang on to till I start sharing screens. Maybe stay a little bit, a couple more minutes. Anyone kind of watch the England game? Did anyone actually give a shit? Like, we scored 2 goals against Andorra, who we should be scoring pretty much 10 goals against, and then we batter Serbia 5-0. Make that make sense. England are absolutely garbage and just weird, if I'm completely honest. Like, how can we only score 2 goals against Andorra, but then score 5 against Serbia? Like, I don't understand it. And it's just really boring football now. Like, 2 goals from centre backs as well. I mean, is that what England are back to again? Centre back scoring goals. Is that what we're going to expect under Thomas Tuchel, who's got his 15 points in the shittest league you can think of? Like, there is nobody in that league that worries me one bit. Like, we qualify for every single tournament, and we might as well play anybody. Like, we could literally play championship players if we want, because there's just like, you might as well rotate the team every single game, like, to give everybody a go. Like, you might as well, because there is absolutely no threat whatsoever from any team. Like, if you just look at the teams that we've got in the group, we've got Albania, Serbia, Latvia, and Andorra. Like, seriously? We've conceded no goals and scored 13 in 5 games. And you can all sit there and say, oh, yeah, Thomas Tuchel's amazing. No, he's not. We should be scoring 30 goals against these absolute plebs. Like, there are no good teams in our tournament, in our group at all. Like, I'll go through the other groups. Group 1, Croatia and Czechoslovakia are in there. They're decent teams. Yeah, they're decent teams, okay? Group J has got Belgium in there. That's a decent team. And Wales. That's a decent team. North Macedonia aren't bad either right now. So that's got maybe 1 or 2 teams. Then you've got Group I, which has got Norway and Italy. Like, Norway and Italy would probably give us a decent game. Then you've got Group H with Bosnia and Austria. Well, I don't know whether we do well against Austria, to be honest, because I think we've not played that well against them in a while. Then you've got Group G that's got Holland and Poland. They give us a run. Group F, you've got Portugal. That's probably it. Group E, you've got Spain, Georgia, and Turkey. They'd all give us a run for our money. Group D, you've got France, Iceland, Ukraine. France would give us a run. Group C, you've got Denmark, Scotland, Greece, and Belarus. Don't think we'd have trouble against any of them. Group B, Switzerland, Kosovo, Sweden. Maybe Sweden would be a game. And then you've got Group A, Slovakia, Northern Ireland, Germany, and Luxembourg. Well, maybe Germany, but that's about it. We've got an easy group, and we should be scoring more goals. Yeah. We scored 5 goals in Serbia. We scored 2 in the UK against Andorra. Absolutely ass. You've got Norway that scored 11 past Moldova. Andorra are probably the same level as Moldova. We should be scoring more than 2 goals. I'm sorry. We should. Anyway, there's 50 of you in here now, so I can start the show. Big up everyone. If you haven't hit the like and subscribe, please do. Really appreciate it. Gets the algorithm out there as well. So where do we begin? Right, let's have a look. First of all, we'll start with Mo Salah. Look, Egypt are now only 2 points away from automatically qualifying. If they win their next game, yeah, because they drew tonight, unfortunately, but they drew against a team that's in second place with them. If they win their next game, then Mo doesn't play anymore until the finals. So let's hope they get a win and then Mo can get rested. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. But Mamouche got injured tonight, and it looks like it was his knee. So I don't know how long he could be out for. So that's another Manchester City injury to go with all the other injuries they've got. And Mo's also played 8, scored 7 goals and got 3 assists. He's on fire. Mo's on fire again. And then we probably need to talk about Morgan Rogers as well. He had a really good game tonight. He obviously didn't score any goals, but he got the highest rating. So an interesting thing about Morgan Rogers is he's being played in the Villa team as a road runner, and he's having to do too much work off the ball, which means he's not getting on the ball enough. A little bit like somebody else that we've got in our team called Florian Wirtz. So I'd keep an eye on Morgan Rogers because I think Liverpool will probably go for him in January. But what you've seen tonight with Morgan Rogers for England is what you'd expect from Morgan Rogers if he came to Liverpool. He wouldn't be used as a road runner. Probably have to talk about him. 45 goals in 43 starts. Like, say what you want about Haaland, but he is a cyborg. 14 goals in 10 games. It's absolutely mental. I think Norway could be an outside shout for getting into the knockout stages or the later stages in the World Cup. I really do. There's not a lot of better players, like pound for pound, in quite a lot of areas in the Norwegian team. Like, they really have got a good squad. Got a good team, Norway. And Haaland up front. It's an absolute animal, isn't he? Absolute animal. Yeah, Morgan Rogers has took Curtis Jones's place in the squad, hasn't he? Obviously, the new kit's been released. That was in Liverpool today. Florian Wirtz it's a pretty shitty hotel, if I'm honest, like that. There's a shopping mall underneath it, which is pretty shit as well, to be honest. And you've got the Radio City Tower, which I've been up. They used to have a restaurant that used to rotate up there, and I've been there. Going up in that lift is really eerie. Like, it's really quite creepy. It's dark. Feels a bit weird. And the city's pretty shit to look at from above, if I'm completely honest. But yeah, that used to. I mean, that used to be a place you could go to when I was younger. You could go up in the tower. But yeah, big poster that. Um, and obviously you got the green kit, absolutely lovely. I'm not going to lie though, the 2008-2009 kit was really nice, but we just didn't play well in it. We didn't play well in the green kit in the past, like unfortunately. And the 1991-93 kit was lovely. I don't really remember the 1999-01 kit. I mean, I think that must have been like the third kit or the fourth kit. I don't know. But the one which Stevie had was mint, but we didn't play well in it. We really didn't play well in that green kit. We hardly ever wore it. What else have I got for you? I haven't got a huge amount for you about the kit. Have I got more stuff on the kit? I might have more stuff on the kit. What have I done with those pictures I took? Have they all gone back down there? Hang on, my photos I keep on taking keep on going all the way back to the start, which is really annoying. Okay, so a couple of updates on Liverpool. There's been quite a few hires at Liverpool, in case you didn't know. So we've hired Colin Stewart, who's a first team coach, and he's also a pathway lead. So we've got a new goalkeeping coach. We've also signed a new set piece analyst called Lewis Mahoney. So he's a set piece analysis. We've also got a new global scout called Dylan Greenberg. You've also got another global scout called Tika Masunda. We've got a chief data scientist called Laurie Shaw. We've got a new data scientist called Rodri McGregor, and we've hired Stuart Downing as a scout. Yes, that Stuart Downing. Yep, the Stuart Downing that used to play for Liverpool. So keeping it real. And we've also signed a Scandinavian scout who I'm going to show you now. Jasper Valmark. Liverpool appoint Jasper Valmark as new scout for Scandinavia, the data wizard who built his own computer program to spot talent, from unearthing under the radar gems in Scandinavia and Africa to selling them for huge profit. His work transformed Elfsberg's fortunes. So there's a lot of teams in Scandinavia that get African players, play them from a young age, and then sell them on for profit. This guy was the guy that basically started that off. Okay? And Elfsberg have obviously made millions off it. So basically taking the best from around the world, which is something that I'm all for. Top of your game, go and get the best. Top of the game, when you're top of your game, go and get the best. That's what I say. Also, wanted to give a quick update on Canate. So this was from Lewis Steele, but then I'm going to continue. We broke the news a couple of weeks ago that Ibrahim Canate had a contract offer on the table from Liverpool. Liverpool were keen to have him make a decision prior to the transfer window closing. Real Madrid have a genuine interest in Canate. Not necessarily, but it's fair to say Canate's future hangs in the balance. Okay, Canate had an offer 10 months ago and he was almost close to signing a new contract. Something had happened. Okay, something had happened 10 months ago. Confidential understands Liverpool remain in talks with Canate's camp and want to wrap up a deal to ensure a position of strength for the future. But there's nothing more to say than that. It is not signed yet, and there has been no definitive indication in either direction of travel. But it is a worry for Liverpool, especially after long-running sagas over contracts last year. Now, following on from this, you then have Big Mouth himself. Oops. Hang on. You then have Big Mouth himself coming out with this, which is interesting. Not Big Mouth. So this is IndyCar exclusive. LFC have submitted a new contract for Ibrahim Konate. Ibrahim Konate's agent was handed the details today. Okay, so Konate's had a new contract offered to him, according to IndyCar, who's been pretty right about a lot of stuff. He's also tagged Liverpool in that, by the way. If you're going to write bullshit, then don't tag the club in it. Otherwise, they'll shoot it down. But this also happened. Where is it? This also happened from Paul Joyce. Ibrahim Konate's future remains uncertain. He has entered the final year of his own deal, and a long-standing attempts to persuade him to sign a new contract remain at an impasse. Real Madrid have been identified as potential suitors next summer. While Liverpool do not want to lose the player, they will not beg anyone to remain at Anfield. This is what we're talking about. Paul Joyce has now said Liverpool will not beg anyone to stay at Anfield. That means a lot, because that means that Liverpool aren't going to push the player anymore. The ball's in your court. You've had your contract offered. You take it and leave it. Liverpool aren't going to mess around. And when you've got your players coming out with nonsense like this, the Spanish press is sending you to Real Madrid next season. Kylian Mbappe is putting a bit of pressure on you to come. Ibrahim Konate, he calls me every 2 hours jokingly. Why would you come out with that? Why do our players on international duty come out with absolute shite? Like, stuff that just doesn't help. Like, Darwin Núñez did it. Luis Diaz did it. Alexis McAllister did it, but he said it the opposite way round and said, no, I'm not going. I'm happy. But now you've got Konate saying that Kylian Mbappe calls him every 2 hours, putting pressure on him to come to Real Madrid. Well, what I find really interesting is this drop today from Marca. Ibrahim Konate has rejected a third contract offer from Liverpool. Look, if IndyCar is saying that Liverpool have made a contract offer, this was yesterday, I'm kind of believing that Marca might be telling the truth by saying he's rejected a third offer. And Paul Joyce is saying, we're not begging. You get what you're given or you go. And for me, if I'm completely honest, you've just tried to sign Mark Guehi and it was a bit panicky. I'm not going to lie. The Mark Guehi signing was a bit panicky because you're doing it on the last day of the window. You've had all summer to sign him. You were bickering over 5 million all summer. And then you find out that Canate's going. I think the Mark Guehi signing was a panicky one because they knew that he wasn't going to sign a new deal now. And they wanted to get Guehi in, up to speed, for when Real Madrid come knocking for Canate. And Guehi's done 6 months. He's done 6 months in the position, which means next season he starts in this position straight off the bat. And that's what I felt that deal was all about. Panicky, getting one done, getting him in the house, getting him in the building. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, Canate had a good game. Like the last game he played, like he did. Like I didn't see him tonight, by the way, but for Liverpool, he had a decent game. He had a decent game against Arsenal. But I'm sorry, I am not going through that shit again. I'm not going through that shit again where you're watching a player and you're judging whether he's putting enough effort in because he's going somewhere else. Like, I don't need that at Liverpool. I need to know that all our guys are all giving 100% and there's no doubt. There's no doubt in anybody's mind. Yeah, they're Liverpool. They're staying. They're giving it all. Not, oh, well, his head's in Real Madrid. Oh, he's been linked there. Oh, he signed a pre-contract. Oh, is he going to go? Is he going to stay? Oh, another contract being offered. Fuck that. Fuck that. Like, we haven't got a hard enough job trying to gel all of those players that we've just signed, who I would sign in a heartbeat any other day of the week, gelling all them into a team that you have doubts about your second choice centre back. Really? I don't need that. I don't need that. And the interesting thing about Guehi as well is, haven't we heard Liverpool say this before? Haven't Liverpool said this before? Liverpool will not submit a fresh cash offer for Mark Guehi in January and intend to sign him on a free transfer next summer. Having given permission to meet the player, conduct a medical and agree personal team terms, Liverpool understand that Guehi sees his long-term future at Anfield. Haven't we seen that before? Didn't they say that about Wirtz? Didn't they say that about Isaac? Well, Liverpool aren't going to put another bid in. Liverpool are going away. I think Guehi's a January signing, and I think he replaces Canate because Canate leaves on a free. What I will throw into the mix, though, with Canate is this. This is just something for food for thought, okay? This is just something for food for thought, okay? So I'm going to bring up a football club, yeah, and I want you to look at their team. And I want you to tell me whether hang on. Yeah. So I want you to look at this team, and I want you to tell me whether Canate gets into this team. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to share my screen. So I want you to tell me whether Canate gets into this team next year. Okay? Right. So this is PSG's team. Okay? The reason why I say this is, yeah, we know that PSG have got 4 centre-backs. We know they've got 4 centre-backs. Okay? They have Marquinhos, they have Pancho, they have Zabani, and they have Beraldo. Yeah? Now you have to ask the question. Yeah. Where's Marquinhos? Okay, so central defenders, Beraldo, 21. He's also a left back as well. Marquinhos, oh, he's only 31 years old. Oh, okay. I thought Marquinhos was older. I didn't realise Marquinhos was still only 31. How many times has he played for his country? Like, how many caps has this guy got? He's got over 100. He's got 100 caps. Marquinhos is 31. He's got 100 caps for Brazil. I didn't know Marquinhos was 31. I thought he was like 34. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe I'm out on that one. Yeah, maybe he won't go to PSG. I was thinking maybe PSG would be a club for him and he can replace Marquinhos. But Marquinhos is only 31. So Marquinhos has still got a couple of years as their captain. So yeah, bin that one. So it'll be Real Madrid then. If you have a look at Real Madrid's defence though, like would he get into Real Madrid's defence next season? Okay. Right, okay, so let's have a look at Real Madrid's squad. Let's have a look at Real Madrid's squad. Would Canate get into Real Madrid's squad next season? Right, so centre-backs, you've got Militao, who's 27. He's always injured, but he's a good player. Alaba's 33. He's still only 33, Alaba. Wow, I thought he was like 37. I think Alaba will go next season. So that's one centre-back gone. Raul Asensio, I don't even know whether he's actually going to be in prison. Like, he could go to prison. So Raul Asensio could actually end up in prison. So you don't know whether they're going to keep him. Rudiger's still only 32. So maybe he'll go, yeah. Then they've got Dean Huijsen, and then that's it. They have no more centre-backs. Okay, so the centre-back pairing next season, if Canate went, could be Huijsen, Canate, Militao, and Asensio if he's not in prison. Okay, that could be their centre-backs. Rudiger could get sold. I mean, the form he's putting up right now, he could definitely get sold to Saudi. Alaba could go to Saudi as well because he'll be 34 next season. Militao, I don't know about Militao. He's always injured, so you just don't know what you're going to get with him. And Carvajal might get sold as well next season because he'll be 34. So there's a couple of players, but there's a chance that he could play for Real Madrid next season. There's a chance, and if that happens, then you've got Guehi, and Guehi's younger as well. By the way, like I just want to let you know that Guehi's a year younger than Canate. Canate's 26, Guehi's 25. Actually, Guehi might be 24. Let me just check. He also scored tonight, Guehi. Guehi is 25. Canate is 26, I believe. Canate is 26. Also, Barcola scored the winner for France. Just saying. You don't want Guehi. That's interesting. I know Liverpool do. Van der Ven's got dodgy thighs, mate. Like dodgy hamstrings, dodgy thighs. Like you just don't know. Every time he runs, you don't know whether he's going to snap. really worries me. Like, really worries me. Yeah, I know he's just turned 25, and Canate is just turned 26, I believe. He might actually be nearly 27. I'm not sure, but look, if Liverpool want Guehi, then I trust Liverpool. I trust the team. I trust the team. Like, if Liverpool want him, then Liverpool go and get him. Okay, so I've done the Canate stuff. So let's have another look at some other stuff. I wanted to show you this as well. I found some mad stuff. Like, so this is a mad photo. Ragnar Klavan and Alexander Isak when we faced them. I thought that was a funny photo that popped up. I've been seeing loads of funny photos of Isak. There's so many photos of Isak. Like, he's been around for so long. Like, he really has been around for a long time. I also wanted to mention this as well because this really boiled my piss. Like, what was the point in taking McAllister all the way over to Argentina? Like, what was the point? They've already qualified, like, and have secured first place. Like, why on earth did you need to take Mack over, who's not actually fully fit? But yeah, so he's probably going to play. Also, you've got Allison, who's on the oxygen because of the altitude that he's playing as well, which is another game that's just needless. Like, I'm fed up of these stupid shit internationals. They really wind me up. Also, what else did I want to show you? I've got loads of stuff to show you, but I've just got to keep on going back to the old photos. I'm sorry. Jayden Danns was on the score sheet for the England under-20s, and he also captained them. But they got beat by Italy, unfortunately. But he was the captain for the England under-20s, and he also scored. So good on Jayden Danns. So he looks like he's back. So we've got another striker there, by the way. I'm just saying. There's another striker. Also, wanted to bring this one up after everybody was talking about Malik Fofana. Malik Fofana turned down the move to Liverpool, by the way. So, on why he didn't join Liverpool, it wasn't concrete enough. I thought about the transfer. I think it's more important now that I play a lot, and that has to happen at Lyon because I still have to progress to make it. So it looks like Malik Fofana might have turned down Liverpool because he wasn't going to get as much game time as he wanted. So that's an interesting one. And maybe that's the reason why we went cold on Fofana. Because we actually tried to sign him. What else have I got? I've got more stuff here. I haven't got any funnies today. I apologise. Actually, I have got a funny. I've got that one. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's about Guehi, but I thought it was funny. I can still have a sense of humour over stuff. When your mum makes you say goodbye to everyone at a family function, but you stay for 3 more hours. There you go. What else have I got for you? More stuff. 2 seconds. Actually, I've got one more thing as well, which you might find funny. This one here. 437,000 managers have transferred Isaac into their team. 0 minutes for Sweden. Highly unlikely he'll start against Burnley in Goal Week 4. No pre-season. Sweden managers post-game, no pre-season with the team, and of course no playing time. The risk is probably a bit too great to use him today. And 437,000 people still transferred him. Mad. Absolute madness that. Did I transfer him? Yes. Also, this one as well. This is crazy. I don't know whether you know about this, but Victor Gyokeres has agreed to be called upon a witness case, which means that he could miss key matches next year because the case is in Sweden. I don't know whether you know about that, but he might miss some really big games next season because he's doing a court case as a witness in Sweden against a publication for defamation of his name. Yep, you heard it first. You heard it first, and the excuses will come out, trust me. The excuses will come out. I also want to ask, where was this guy? Where was this guy when we played Arsenal? Did anyone see Moreno when we played them? Because all I remember was a guy that kept on falling around on the floor. I just remember someone diving about, like trying to get people yellow cards and free kicks so they could then kick the ball long. Like, he scored a hat-trick and he got an assist. Like, he was absolutely unbelievable for Spain. But what's he done for Arsenal? Well, he didn't do anything against us. That's because we locked him up. We locked him up. Did we lock him up? Or did Arteta just lock him up? And also, congratulations to Virgil, who gets a stand named after him at Willem Free called the Virgil van Dijk Tribune. And that's really cool. Like, that's really cool. Really cool. Another one for you as well. Thought this one was hilarious by Tony Cruz, in case you haven't heard it. So Tony Cruz on Isaac. I trust our listeners, but I would say that more or less half of them have never heard of Isaac. Judge for yourself, seriously. From his podcast. I'm pretty sure you remember who Isaac was, because Real Sociedad beat Real Madrid 4-3 in the Cup, and Isaac scored 2 goals. He scored a brace against them in the Copa del Rey, and they won the Copa del Rey that season, Real Sociedad. So, Tony Cruz, stick it up your arse. Stick it up your arse. Talking out of your backside. Yes, you are. Really good player. Knobhead comments. What else have I got for you? Oh, Liverpool have got some good free kick takers. Absolute banger by Szoboszlai. Absolute banger by Florian Wirtz. Important goals as well, because Germany were under the cosh in that game from Northern Ireland. Bradley had a really good game as well. Zoboslai, banger. Also want to show you this as well, which I found really interesting. Let me show you this. So I found this really interesting because there's been an interview with Zoboslai, and he's talked about doing his homework against Raya and noticing that Raya tends to move to one side of his goal during free kicks. Well, he did this against Manchester United, and Bruno Fernandes put it in that corner because he was too far over. And it's really interesting because he did the same. And Soboslai was telling his wall to drop back and then move forward and then block the goalkeeper because he was too far over. So Soboslai's done his homework, but it's still like it was a postage stamp. It was in off the post here. Like, personally, I think it was unsavable, but it was brilliant. Doing his homework on him, thought that was really interesting. And that was the free kick. Sorry, as you can see, he's on the far side. What else have I got for you? Have you got anything else on that game? Yeah, I also wanted to point this out as well. So this was Arsenal against Liverpool. This was Arsenal on the attack. Look, I don't care what anyone says about Farteta, yeah, and about his team being this almighty team and they're amazing and all of this stuff. They play with 5 centre-backs every single game. Every single game they play with 5 at the back. Like, they won't commit anybody forward because they are so worried about getting done. 5 defenders, all there, look. All of them. They're on the break. The ball's here. The ball's coming in here. And they've got all their defenders. Like, you are never going to win anything if you're too scared of conceding a goal. You're never going to win anything if all you want to do is defend and you don't want to take any risks. You're just not going to win if you don't take risks. And I also want to point out as well, because nobody kind of talks about this. Hang on. I'm just going to close the screen for a sec while I bring up another screen. 2 seconds. I also want to talk about this as well because nobody talks about this. Yeah. And I don't know why, to be honest. Okay. So this is what I wanted to mention. Yeah. I want to mention fixtures. I'm going to share my screen. 2 seconds. All right. So just bear with me. Okay. Right. So I'm sharing my screen, and obviously the show's called Upcoming Games. Yeah. We beat Bournemouth, we beat Newcastle, and we beat Arsenal. Yeah. I don't know why, but people are kind of forgetting last season. Like, we were brilliant last season. We were absolutely brilliant last season. Yeah. But look at the results that we got last season. We drew against Arsenal at home last season. Yeah. We drew against Arsenal at home last season. We drew against Arsenal at their ground last season. If you remember correctly, we can go all the way back and we can look at the Arsenal game at their ground. Hang on, where is it? There, 2-2 again. 2-2 again. We draw games against Arsenal. Okay, we haven't beat Arsenal in the Premier League in 6 games. Okay, in 6 games. Yeah. And I can go right back again because you've just seen 2 draws. Yeah, so you've seen a draw at home, a draw away. We'll go back again. Let's carry on going back again. Where are we now? So we're Liverpool, Arsenal. We beat Arsenal. That was a club friendly, so that didn't count for anything. Let's look at Liverpool, Arsenal again. We haven't got Arsenal there. We got beat 3-1 in Premier League. Yeah, at their ground. Yeah, so that was a result that we lost against Arsenal. And now we got Arsenal at home. What score was that? 1-1. Okay, I've just gone back 2 seasons, yeah? I don't need to go back any further. I really don't, okay? I don't need to go back any further. But I've gone back 2 seasons, okay? I've gone back 2 seasons and we've got 3 draws, 1 defeat in 2 seasons. And now we've just beaten them, yeah? That is a massive, massive positive. I don't know how anyone can see that as a negative. How can anybody see that result as a negative? And our fans see it as a negative because we only beat Arsenal 1-0 with a worldie goal. I don't care. I don't care. We haven't been able to beat them in 2 seasons. Like, we literally haven't been able to beat them in 2 seasons. Like, I don't care. A win is a win. And it's important. Because guess what? Last season, we started the season with 3 wins. Momentum is key. Momentum is key. And let's look at Newcastle. Let's look at Newcastle because we have to look at Newcastle. How have we done against Newcastle in the past? Yeah? We beat Newcastle. Massive, massive positive. Massive, massive positive. How did we get on against them last season? Let's have a look. We beat them 2-0 at Anfield. Okay, that was a good result. Newcastle were they weren't really interested in that game because they then beat us in the EFL Cup. Yeah, they sacrificed that game to win that game, and it worked. They didn't play Isaac as well at Anfield, if you remember. They rested him. Okay, so let's go to Newcastle. How did we fare against Newcastle at their ground? At their ground, 3-3 draw. So we got a draw at their ground the last time we played. Okay, we beat them. That's a massive, massive positive again. I'm taking that all day long. I'm taking that all day long. I'm taking a win at Newcastle all day long. And the reason why I'm taking a win at Newcastle all day long is if you look at Newcastle's own form at their ground, Newcastle's own form at their ground last season, where are we? Last season, beat Chelsea, beat Ipswich, beat Crystal Palace, beat Manchester United, beat Brentford. They got beat by Brighton. A lot of people got beat by Brighton. Beat Forest. Beat Arsenal. Beat Wolves. Yeah, we're not going to talk about Bromley. Beat Villa. Beat Brentford again. Beat Leicester. Drew with Liverpool. God knows how they lost to West Ham, but they did. Beat Arsenal. Beat Chelsea again. Keep on getting beat by Brighton, by the way. That's a bogey team. Drew with Manchester City. Beat Tottenham. Beat Southampton. Beat Brest. Beat Girona. I'm going through club friendlies now. Okay, that's what we needed to look at. That's what we need to look at. We need to look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Newcastle are a formidable force at their own ground, and they were also playing like they had 15 men because of the Isaac stuff. I'm telling you right now, we have got three of the hardest fixtures out of the way. I'm telling you, we have got three of the hardest fixtures out of the way already in this season with 3 wins. And I also want to show you Bournemouth away. This is how good Bournemouth are away from their ground. All right, let's look at some of their results. Bournemouth away now. Beat Tottenham. You've already beaten Tottenham away. That's how good Bournemouth are. Bournemouth away, yeah? And these are club friendlies. Hang on, let me go back. Right. Beat Arsenal at their ground. Bournemouth away, drew with Palace, drew with West Ham, drew with Tottenham, beat Southampton, beat Everton. That's a tough game. Beat Newcastle 4-1. Drew with Chelsea 2-all. We got beat by Chelsea, remember? One of our hardest games, according to the slot. Drew with Fulham, bogey team for us. Smashed Manchester United 3-0. Beat Ipswich, beat Wolves. This is last season. Drew with Villa. Obviously lost to us. Beat Everton again, so they beat Everton twice. Drew with Forest. These are club friendlies, so that's last season. So I just wanted to get that across as well. The Bournemouth at home isn't an easy game. It's not an easy game. We have to look at the context that we played 3 really tough games already with a team where there's 4 players that haven't played for Liverpool before. 4 players. Like in the Bournemouth game, we had 5. In the Bournemouth game, we had 5 players. Newcastle, Arsenal, 4 players. 4 players in that team that haven't played in those positions before. They haven't. We haven't played Wirtz in the Liverpool team before. We certainly haven't had Kirkes in the Liverpool team before. Ekitike's not played in the Liverpool team before against this team. And Dominic Szoboszlai has never played as a right back. Like, these are really important things. And also, Mo Salah hasn't played with his forward line. He hasn't played with Ekitike and he hasn't played with Wirtz before. And he certainly hasn't played with Dominic Szoboszlai as the right back. And he certainly hasn't played with Frimpong as the right back. So Mo's got a lot of changes as well. Virgil's Virgil, yeah? The midfield's the midfield. But it's difficult for Mo and it's difficult for the team to gel. And we've managed to get 3 wins. And look, at the end of the day, it's not about performances right now. It's about getting points on the board. And what is so important is we have 9 points compared to everybody else that are on 6, apart from Chelsea on 7. And there's only 3 teams in the league that haven't lost a game. That's how competitive the league is right now. It's going to be another competitive league. It's going to be really, really close for all of the other teams. Liverpool, I don't know whether we're going to romp it. I think we probably will win it again by maybe a fair few points again. But you've got a lot of teams that can take points off each other. And it proves that already. Only 3 games, and there's only Chelsea, Liverpool, and Crystal Palace that haven't lost. That's crazy. Like, That's crazy. Manchester City have lost 2 already. You know, it is what it is. Like, Arsenal dropping points to us, brilliant, because we took points off them. And it's going to be a really tough game at their ground, but it's probably going to be a draw. I see it being another draw because that's what they'll go for. But let's have a look at the games ahead, because we've got 6 fixtures in 17 days. 6 fixtures in 17 days. Okay. Now, what we really do want to look at is we want to look at Liverpool, the form that Liverpool have. Yeah. And I've said this over and over again. You're only going to beat Liverpool if you can score more than 2 goals. That's what it takes. You don't get any result against Liverpool unless you can score 2. Yeah. There's only a few teams that will stop us from scoring 2 goals. And quite possibly it's probably Arsenal, Chelsea, and probably going to be the likes of Manchester City. They will be the only teams that will probably stop us from scoring 2 goals. Yeah, they're going to be the only teams that maybe we score 1. You know, it's going to be tight games. But you're going to need to score 2 goals to beat Liverpool. Burnley haven't got 2 goals in them. Burnley have got a goal. Liverpool have got 2.6. Near enough 3 goals a game. That's what Liverpool do. But unfortunately, Liverpool have a 1.3 goals conceded per match right now, which means we do concede goals. However, Burnley concede 2. They concede 2 goals every game. Okay? You know what result it's going to be. You know what result it's going to be. It's going to be a Liverpool win, and it's going to be by a few goals. And that's your Burnley. Then you've got Atletico Madrid. That is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. Atletico Madrid, what kind of form are they in? They're not in great form. They're really not in great form. So they drew against Deportivo Alaves, they drew against Elche, and they got beat by Espanyol. They're really not in good form. However, our head-to-head is we beat them last time at home, which is good. We beat them away at their ground, and then we got beaten away at their ground in the Champions League final stage. I remember that game. It was COVID, wasn't it? COVID season. We got beat at our ground, and who cares about that? That was a pre-season. But our last 2 games against them were wins. So, and we also have to look at the fact that they have drawn 2 and lost 1 in their league. So they don't have good form going into a really tough away game. So that is a really interesting one. That's a really interesting one. The game after that, you've then got Everton. So let's have a look at Everton. That's an early kickoff as well, by the way. That's an interesting one, being an early kickoff. Everton have got some really good form. They beat Brighton. They beat Wolves. But they did get beat by Leeds, who are potentially a relegation team for me. Wolves are probably a relegation team as well. I need to look at that game now, the Wolves game. How close was that game? It wasn't really that close, was it? So Beto scored, then Hwang equalised, then Ndé scored, Then Dewsbury Hall scored an absolute screamer. If you remember that, that was a screamer by Dewsbury Hall. And then Gomez got one back. So they were kind of in it. Brighton, it's kind of an easy game, that one. Interesting thing with the Everton game is it is at our ground. And if you look at our head-to-heads, we beat them last season. We drew last season. We then got beat the season before, which we kind of threw away the league because of that game. We kind of threw away the league. No, we didn't. I'm talking nonsense. That was the 97th minute equaliser, which shouldn't have happened because of the extra time, which shouldn't have happened because it didn't exist. The extra time didn't exist. We then beat them at Anfield again. We beat them at Anfield again. We beat them at Anfield again. I mean, the common denominator here really is we beat them at Anfield a lot. So I would say that's going to be a win. So I would say 3 wins here. Southampton, that's a win. Like, I'm sorry, Southampton are garbage. Like, they're just garbage. I'm sorry. That's a win. They sold half their squad as well, Southampton. Crystal Palace away, that's a tough game. The Crystal Palace away game, I know a lot of people are talking about Isaac. I think Isaac starts that game. I think that's the first time Isaac maybe starts a game for us. And he doesn't play the EFL Cup. I don't want to see Isaac anywhere near that game. I don't want to see any big player near that game. Like, that's got Chiesa, Ekitike, and Rio up front for that game. I don't want to see Isaac, Salah, Cody. I don't even want him on the bench. Maybe Cody on the bench, but the others can just have a day off, honestly. I think that Palace game, Isaac could play that game. That's a tough game. Palace away is a tough game. Let's have a look at Palace. So, I mean, you've got loads of injuries. Late September. When is that Palace game? Ooh, they might not even add Adam Morton back for that game, by the way. And they mightn't even have Ismail Shah back for that game either. They haven't got Nketiah. So they've lost quite a few players, which is interesting because I didn't know that they had Adam Morton injured. In the table, they haven't lost this season, but they've drawn 2 games and won 1. 2-2 draw away. Oh, that was the Community Shield. We got beat on pens. We beat them at their ground last season. We beat them at their ground the season before. We beat them at their ground the season before that. And the season... Okay, we've got a really good win rate at their ground. So, yeah. So, I think that's a win as well. Then you got Galatasaray away. These are all the games we've got in like 17 days. 17 days we've got all of these games. It's crazy. Like 1, 2, 3. This is all in September. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All in September. 6 games all in September. And 2 Atletico Madrid and Galatasaray. Galatasaray away. I'm going to have a look at these because I don't know what our head-to-head is like. They could have Victor Osimhen out. They could be missing Victor Osimhen for this game as well because he's not back till late September. Head-to-head, we just haven't played Galatasaray. We haven't played them. We played them once. Really? Have we only played Galatasaray once? 2011 in a pre-season and we got beat. Who cares? Wow, I didn't even know that we've not played Galatasaray. Like, ever. We have to play Galatasaray before. Is this the first time we've ever played Galatasaray? Crazy. Victor Osimhen could be out for that game, by the way. Can anyone tell me in the chat whether we've ever played Galatasaray before? That's crazy. You don't get that very often where you've never played a team. And then October we've got Chelsea away. Well, there's no point even talking about Chelsea away because that's a million miles away. And by then we could be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We could be 18 points. We could be 18 points on the board. Yeah. We could have 18 points on the board with 6 straight wins by then. And that's a lot. Like, beat Burnley, beat Everton, beat Palace. They are all wins. For me, they're 9 points. I don't see us having any trouble against them. That's 9 points. And then you're 6 games into the season. You're 6 games into the season. You're 6 in 6. You're 6 in 6, and you played Arsenal, Newcastle, and Bournemouth, and you've also got Everton and Crystal Palace out the way, who are good teams. Who are good teams. Yeah, I know, but I don't think we played Galatasaray. I don't think we played Galatasaray. I think we played Besiktas at Galatasaray's stadium. But crazy stuff. Rumours Guehi has given up the captaincy. Wow. That's crazy. You think we draw against Palace? Palace might not have Adam Wharton or Sarr or Nketiah, and they definitely haven't got Eze. So let's have a look at Palace. How did Palace get on since Eze's gone? Yeah, let's have a look. So Palace beat Villa 3-0 with Nketiah's gone. Hang on, no, Nketiah. So was that with Eze? No. Okay, so they played. I mean, Henderson had a screamer of a game, by the way. So Guehi scored a screamer, we know that. Adam Morton got injured in 56 minutes. Sarr played well, but now he's injured. So Wharton and Sarr are injured, and obviously Mateta scored. But Villa have been terrible. Like, they have been terrible. They have got Jeremy Pino, though. That's a fair point. Like, he's a new player. But they just haven't got much else. Like who are any of these? I don't know who any of these are. Like, they haven't got much of a threat from anywhere. I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that Palace game could be there for the taking. I think they could be there for the taking, and we've beaten them at their ground quite a lot. Like, that is a ground we've got happy hunting on. If I'm honest, like, I think that's a happy hunting ground. Let's have a look at some of the fixtures, though. So Arsenal have got Nottingham Forest at home. So Arsenal have got Nottingham Forest at home for their first game after the international break, which is nice, because we normally get screwed over with the 12:30 kickoff. So they've got Forest at home, who will have Ange Postecoglou as the new manager. Interesting. Bournemouth, Brighton. Well, Brighton are going to get beat because Bournemouth always beat them. Crystal Palace have got Sunderland. That's a tough game. Everton, Aston Villa, decent game. Fulham, Leeds, some good games. Newcastle, Wolves, that should be 3 points for Newcastle. West Ham, Tottenham, that's a tough one for Tottenham. Chelsea, Brentford, that's not an easy game for Chelsea, by the way. That's not an easy game for Chelsea. Brentford away. That's not. And then you've got Liverpool, Burnley on Sunday. Man City, Man United. I mean, you don't really know where that's going to go. Like, Man United can do anything right now. Like, maybe they'll win, maybe they'll lose. You just don't know. I mean, if Forest pulled off a win or Forest got a draw, that is music to my ears. And the fact that Arsenal have to play before us is also a lot of pressure. I feel there's a lot of pressure in that game for Arsenal. Manchester City, Man United is also... Man United seem to be decent against City. If they've lost Mamouche and they've also lost... they've lost bloody everyone, let's be honest. And they're probably not going to start Donnarumma. That would be crazy. In the derby. Donnarumma starting in the derby. I don't know how that would go. But I would say the hardest game we've got out of all of those fixtures coming up is probably Everton. It's probably Everton. I would say it's probably Everton. Let's see who they've got next. Everton have got... So Everton have, fixtures-wise, they have Aston Villa. So they've got Aston Villa before us. So that could be an interesting game. That. So we've got Atletico Madrid on the Wednesday at home, but we've got Everton at home as well. Now, I actually see that as not too much of a negative, because if we had to go like play Karabag, like on the arse end of Russia somewhere, and then we had to come all the way back and then play Everton in the afternoon, like early afternoon on the Saturday, then that would be a nightmare. But we're at home. Like, we're playing Atletico Madrid at home, and then we got Everton 3 days later. That works out quite well. Like, that tie's actually not as bad. That could have been a lot worse. Like, we could have had maybe Galatasaray away and then Everton at home. So I find that an interesting one. I also find the fact that we'll have Alexander Isak just there or thereabouts. Like, if he's in the team, he's in the team. If he's not on the team, he's not. But the fact that you'll have him available, like whether he'll play all the game is irrelevant. But the fact that he's there and you can just bring him off the bench, that's really good. That's a really good problem to have. And you'll also have Conor Bradley back. And you'll also have Joe Gomez back. So you'll have some reinforcements. You'll have some players that are there in case you need them. So I find that one interesting, and it won't be easy. Everton are not going to be easy. But Everton at Anfield, they haven't got a great track record. At Anfield. And are they good at 12:30 kickoffs? I don't really know. But they'll have a long break between it, which might actually work out better for us because we seem to play on muscle memory. I just want to check to see if McAllister's playing in the Argentinian game against Ecuador for no fucking reason whatsoever. But he is. Yes, he is. He's playing. Of course he is. Of course you play him. How the hell is Otamendi still playing football for Argentina? But he is. 37 years old. Yeah, he's playing. Absolutely pointless game. Pointless game for Mac. But he's playing. Yeah. Yeah. They've got like Alvarez, Paz, Varela. Like they've got. I mean, why do they need to play these players? Like you've got Paz, you've got Mastronuno, who's the player who's gone to Real Madrid. You've got Alvarez. Like, just play those guys. Like, you don't need to play Martinez or McAllister. You probably don't even need to play DePaul. The wealth of riches they've got is insane. Brazil have got Bolivia, and of course Alisson's playing. Of course they're going to play Alisson, aren't they? Yeah, he's playing. João Pedro's on the bench. Martinelli's on the bench. Estavio's on the bench. Marquinhos is on the bench. Gabriel's on the bench. So he's resting quite a few players. Yeah, he's resting quite a few players. Is old Carlo Ancelotti. I find it really funny that he's not picked Vinicius Junior, and he's also not picked Endrick, like players that he signed, or Rodrigo. Like he hasn't picked the players that he signed for Real Madrid to play for Brazil. I find that really funny that like their old manager isn't even picking them. That's just weird. Like Militao, Editao Militao's not even been picked. Like they're all players that like he signed for Real Madrid, but he's not picked them. Like that's funny. I find that funny. What else have I got for you? So I've got another like couple of minutes to go. So have you got any? Have I got any more funnies for you? I'll tell you what I will show you. I'll show you the transfer spending. Yeah, in England, top four tiers since 2016-17. Liverpool are seventh, even with everything we've spent. Even with all the money we've spent this season, yeah, our net spend is 523 million. We spent 1.4 billion, but we've made 836 million in sales. Get your head around that. That's double what Arsenal's done. That is absolutely bonkers. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. We have spent less money than West Ham, Manchester City, Tottenham, Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man United. Crazy. Like, everyone can talk about Man City spending, like, 1.7 billion. Man City get a lot of money back. Like, say what you want about them, but, like, the last, 5 years or so, they've managed to sort out their finances so they make money. Like, they get money back into the coffers to sort their PSR issues. And they do that quite well. Like, they do that quite well. But Liverpool, 836 million. 836 million. Crazy money coming in. Crazy money coming in. And we haven't used Saudi. We haven't abused Saudi at all, really. We've managed to get about probably 100 million out of Saudi. But we sold them a few players. Sold them like 3 or 4 players. Anyway, thought I'd show you that. What else did I want to show you? I wanted to show you another thing, which is, I think it's the kits. Is it the kits? Yeah, it's the kits. Like, yeah, look at these. Look at these, man. Green. Look at those green kits. For me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think this one is the one. Take my money. Like Liverpool, Adidas, just take my money. Like, I'm cool. Just take my money. Like, I will happily go on Klarna and you can take my money. Take my money. I want them all. I want them all. Right now, I've only got one, but I'm going to get the other two. They're just so nice. I'm not too sure about the away one. I'm not massively keen about the away one. But the green one, just take my money. Take it away. And I also wanted to show you this one as well, because I think we will find out eventually. But Alexander Isak breaks the silence on his move to Liverpool. Not everyone has this full picture, but that's something for another day. I can't control everything that's said or written, but I'm happy that I have become a Liverpool player. It's great that everything was settled before the camp and that I could focus on playing football again. It's been a fairly new situation for me, but you always learn and develop mentally on and off the pitch. And you know what? I don't give a F what happened. I'm just so glad he's ours. And I also wanted to show you this as well, because this was crazy. Bundesliga clubs lost 653 million euros worth of talent to the Premier League. It's the biggest amount of German talent that has left their country in a long time. German league is being plundered for footballers. It's being plundered for footballers. And Alisson, take my money. Take my money, because I want the goalkeeper kit as well. The goalkeeper kit I also want. I want the goalkeeper kit as well. And Mo, I like the training kit as well. I will take the training kit as well, Mo. I will take the training kit too, because I like that as well. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Anything else? Anything else before we head off? And just one more thing. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Mo got 29 goals last season in the Prem, and Isak got 23. 52 goals between both of them in the Premier League last season. We're going to be fine. We are going to be fine. Yeah, Ecuador are a bit shit, aren't they? So let me see who's live. You're in for a treat as well this Sunday. I'm gonna do a conspiracies and rabbit hole show for the members. So if you want to become a member, join. It's 99p. Get involved. If anyone wants to donate any memberships, now's the time. I'm going to do a members show on. I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about Hollywood and Baal. I'm going to talk about demonic entities and shapeshifters and some really crazy interviews from celebrities. I'm going to talk about some remote viewing. I'm going to talk about some government documents that were found about UFOs, and also other things. I'm also going to talk about what else? The Anunnaki. I'm also going to talk about ancient uh, drawings in through civilizations. And I can't remember what else I was going to talk. I was going to talk about Jeffrey E. and whether he is something else, somebody else, something else. Okay, because I've learned more stuff. So look forward to that. That's going to be 2 hours of madness that we're going to get stuck into. And if what's her name's in the chat still, Mr. Sky Blue, I'm also going to talk about the Venetians and a couple of the bloodlines as well, just to kind of level that off. I'm also going to talk about a guy called Santos Bonucci, in case you've heard of him, who's got some incredible astrology and theories about our chakra and the mind, the soul, the body. So I'm going to talk about him as well. Incredible guy, like really, really interesting. So look forward to that on Sunday. I'm also going to post up a new video for the members tomorrow of my Anfield tour, so you can check that out. And I'll also post up a new short video for everybody, which is about my museum tour. So you can check that out as well. That's for free. And my show will be sponsored again soon, so I'll be doing more sponsorship stuff soon. What else have I got? I think that's it really for now. Appreciate everyone that's tuned in tonight. And yeah, if you want to drop a super chat or donate to the memberships, please do. You know I like that, and I appreciate more than a super chat or a super thanks, because then more people get to view the channel. But yeah, if you hit the like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And I'm going to leave you all now and forward you on to another show. See who's live now. 2 seconds. Let's see who's live. Also, while we're here, I'm just going to do a shout out to a couple of the members. Big up Regular Scouse Kid, Emil Heskey, Mr. Sky Blue. Not many members in tonight. Elvis. Who else have we got? LFCJ. That's all that's in from the members. And I'm just going to forward you on to another show. Who's live? Let's have a look who's live. Oh God, there's nobody live. What? There's no one live. Okay. Nope, nobody's live. Nope, nobody's live. Okay, so right. What time are they on? Nope. Okay, no one's live, so we're just going to end it here. All right, and I will see you all tomorrow. If there's any news or any updates, I'll probably do another show tomorrow as usual. But you all have a good evening. Please hit the like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, and I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.